Welcome to District Command Central, your go-to source for the latest news and updates on the Washington Commanders. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a play. The NFL universe is buzzing with whispers that could shake the foundation of the league as we know it. The Washington Commanders, a team that has been quietly plotting behind closed doors, might be orchestrating a seismic shift that could redefine the quarterback landscape entirely. Sources hint at moves so audacious that even the most seasoned insiders are raising their eyebrows in disbelief. Imagine a scenario where the Commanders are suddenly in the conversation for not one, not two, but three of the most talked-about quarterbacks in the league, names that fans across the country obsess over on game days and off-season debates alike. The whispers specifically point to Brock Purdy, Tua Tagovailoa, and Joe Burrow as potential stars linked to the franchise, a trifecta that would make headlines not just for Washington, but for the entire NFL. The strategic implications of such maneuvers are staggering. Teams like the San Francisco 49ers, Cincinnati Bengals, and Miami Dolphins could be caught in a web of trade talks, offers, and counteroffers that might make the upcoming seasons some of the most unpredictable in recent memory. The sheer audacity of a single franchise attempting to bring together three quarterbacks of this caliber has pundits speculating about everything from locker room chemistry to salary cap gymnastics. Insiders speculate that the Commanders are leveraging a combination of draft picks, player swaps, and clever contract negotiations to create an opportunity that most executives would consider too risky to pursue. Brock Purdy, a young talent whose potential has been discussed in hushed tones throughout the league, is rumored to be the centerpiece of these negotiations. Pairing him with the established firepower of Tua Tagovailoa and Joe Burrow would create an unprecedented depth chart that could give Washington strategic flexibility unlike anything seen in recent NFL history. Analysts suggest that the mere possibility of such acquisitions is already putting rival teams on edge, forcing general managers to rethink long-term plans and adjust draft strategies. It's not just about having multiple quarterbacks. It's about controlling the narrative, dictating terms, and potentially forcing other franchises into reactive decisions. Fans are imagining locker room dynamics, how these three distinct personalities could coexist, and what that means for the team's identity. If even a fraction of these rumors are accurate, the Commanders could find themselves in the rare position of shaping the quarterback market rather than merely participating in it. The league, known for its competitive balance, might face a challenge in regulating or responding to such unprecedented maneuvers, leaving the NFL hierarchy quietly anxious about the domino effect that could follow. Talk of Tua Tagovailoa joining Washington adds a layer of intrigue that cannot be ignored. The Dolphins have invested heavily in Tua, and the thought of him being part of a multi-quarterback shakeup raises countless questions about both strategy and motivation. Rumors suggest that discussions with his representatives are delicate, with every statement and social media post analyzed for hidden signals. Tua's skill set, playing style, and potential leadership qualities are being weighed against the team's current needs, creating a speculative chessboard that stretches across multiple states and involves hundreds of millions of dollars in contracts and cap space. For fans, imagining Tua in a Commander's jersey is a tantalizing what-if scenario, especially when considering the possibility of him working alongside Brock Purdy, a younger, versatile quarterback whose career trajectory has been on the rise. The media frenzy alone would be monumental, with every practice, press conference, and pre-game warm-up subject to intense scrutiny. Analysts are already hypothesizing about offensive schemes that could accommodate such talent, suggesting innovative formations and rotational strategies that might push the boundaries of conventional NFL playbooks. If the rumor mill is even partially accurate, Washington could be setting a precedent that would echo for years in terms of quarterback management, team strategy, and even league-wide player mobility. The ripple effects on the draft, free agency, and future trades would be immense, forcing teams to reconsider how they approach the most valuable position in football. Meanwhile, Joe Burrow's potential involvement adds another layer of high-stakes drama. The Bengals star quarterback, known for his poise under pressure and precision passing, would bring instant credibility and leadership to a franchise already rumored to be ambitious in its acquisitions. Burrow's rumored move has set off speculation among fans and pundits alike, as the implications go far beyond the field. Could the Commanders truly balance three quarterbacks of such caliber without creating tension or internal competition that disrupts team chemistry? Sources indicate that Washington is exploring unconventional arrangements, potentially involving trade packages, multi-year contracts, and even creative incentive structures to accommodate multiple starting caliber quarterbacks simultaneously. The NFL, traditionally conservative with such strategies, may find itself forced to adapt, watchful of a team daring to challenge the status quo. The drama extends beyond sports media, as betting markets, fantasy leagues, and social conversations erupt with speculation about how these quarterbacks could fit together, how playing time might be allocated, and how coaching staff would manage egos, expectations, and high-profile talent. Every rumor fuels further intrigue, as fans dissect leaks, tweets, and statements from agents, imagining a franchise suddenly transformed into a chessboard of strategic quarterback decisions. Financially, the ramifications of signing multiple star quarterbacks cannot be overstated. The Commanders would need to navigate salary caps, bonus structures, and long-term obligations with precision, likely engaging in complex negotiations that span months. Each potential acquisition comes with financial commitments that could affect draft picks, free agent acquisitions, and even staff hiring decisions. Rumors indicate that the team is prepared to employ creative cap management strategies, possibly setting a new benchmark for how NFL franchises handle high-profile player contracts. This maneuvering could also pressure other teams to reconsider their own quarterback investments, potentially triggering a ripple effect of trades, restructures, and negotiations across the league. The speculative nature of these rumors fuels endless debate among analysts, fans, and insiders, with each piece of information dissected for signs of authenticity or misdirection. Some suggest that even if all three quarterbacks do not land in Washington, the mere threat of such moves can influence rival franchise strategies, alter player evaluations, and shift media narratives. The intrigue, the strategy, and the uncertainty combine to create a spectacle that is as much about business acumen as athletic talent. For fans craving drama, it is the perfect storm, a mix of skill, strategy, and speculation that could redefine the quarterback market forever. Financial considerations add another layer of intrigue to these rumors, as signing multiple star quarterbacks would require careful navigation of salary caps, bonuses, and contract structures. Washington would need to balance short-term expenditures with long-term planning, potentially restructuring other contracts, leveraging draft picks, or creatively managing cap space to accommodate three high-profile athletes. Rumors suggest that the front office is exploring every avenue to make the potential acquisitions feasible, possibly redefining how teams approach player contracts and resource allocation. The speculative financial implications extend to other franchises, as rival teams reconsider the value of their own quarterbacks, potential trades, and draft strategies in response to Washington's rumored maneuvers. Fans are analyzing every rumor for indications of feasibility, while media analysts debate whether the strategy is visionary or reckless. The uncertainty amplifies anticipation, as every leak, whisper, or hint is dissected for signs of a realignment in league strategy. If successful, Washington could establish a blueprint for managing multiple elite quarterbacks, influencing future team-building approaches and challenging traditional norms across the NFL. Thanks for tuning into District Command Central. Make sure to subscribe and follow us for all the Commanders news you need. Until next time, keep the faith and hail to the Commanders. Others. Social media explodes with memes, threads, and analyses, turning the rumor into a global conversation that transcends the team's local market. Podcasts and sports shows dissect every leak, every interview, and every subtle hint, generating a feedback loop of excitement and uncertainty. The Commanders, whether intentionally or not, have sparked a narrative that challenges traditional assumptions about team building in the NFL, forcing analysts to consider possibilities once deemed improbable. Some question whether such moves could undermine team cohesion, while others celebrate the potential for innovation and strategic daring. Whatever the outcome, one thing is certain. Washington's rumored maneuvers have captivated the league, ignited passionate debates, and positioned the team at the center of one of the most electrifying speculative stories in recent memory. Fans and insiders alike are now watching, waiting, and imagining, caught in the tension between hope, skepticism, and the tantalizing prospect of a franchise daring to change the game itself. The ripple effects of these rumored moves by the Commanders extend far beyond the team's own roster, reaching into every corner of the NFL's strategic landscape. If Brock Purdy, Tua Tagovailoa, and Joe Burrow were to find themselves linked to Washington, rival franchises would be forced into a high-stakes game of reactive planning, adjusting draft strategies, scouting reports, and player valuations almost overnight. Analysts are already speculating about which teams could benefit or suffer from these developments, weighing the domino effect of potential trades, counteroffers, and cap maneuvers. The narrative goes beyond just acquiring talent. It's about controlling the conversation, manipulating leverage, and potentially reshaping the competitive hierarchy of the league. Fans are imagining scenarios where multiple elite quarterbacks rotate depending on matchups, or where one star serves as a mentor while another commands the starting role, creating strategic flexibility that most teams can only dream of. The uncertainty is intoxicating. Even the coaching staff's future becomes a topic of speculation, as pundits discuss whether a system capable of accommodating three high-profile quarterbacks requires a visionary approach that could redefine modern offensive philosophy. Every rumor, no matter how small, fuels speculation about who might be traded, who might be sidelined, and how this unprecedented approach could unfold in real time, keeping the entire league and fan base on edge. The potential acquisition of Brock Purdy brings an intriguing mix of youth, adaptability, and untapped potential to the table. Purdy, often described as cerebral and precise, has quietly impressed scouts and insiders, generating buzz as a quarterback capable of rising to the occasion in high-pressure situations. The rumor that he could join forces with Tua Tagovailoa and Joe Burrow in Washington has ignited endless what-if debates about rotations, play calling, and locker room dynamics. Fans are imagining the intense competition for snaps, the potential mentorship roles, and the balancing act required to keep three ambitious athletes satisfied while maintaining team cohesion. Insider chatter suggests that Washington is preparing to employ innovative schemes, possibly integrating elements of hybrid offensive systems that could leverage each quarterback's unique strengths. Analysts debate whether this level of strategic planning could set a new precedent for NFL teams, or whether the risk of disrupting team chemistry outweighs the potential benefits. The speculation alone has caused rival GMs to reconsider their priorities, draft approaches, and trade strategies, as they scramble to anticipate how such bold moves could reshape the balance of power in the league. Washington appears willing to gamble, and the NFL landscape has never been more electric with possibility. If you're enjoying the coverage, make sure to smash that like button and drop a comment with your thoughts on the Commanders' latest moves. We want to hear from you. Meanwhile, Tua Tagovailoa's rumored link to Washington adds layers of complexity and intrigue that extend far beyond simple talent acquisition. Tua, a quarterback with a unique combination of precision passing, agility, and leadership potential, has been the subject of intense speculation regarding his future, and whispers of a Commanders connection have sent shockwaves through analysts, media outlets, and fan forums alike. Every report is dissected for hidden meaning, every contract clause theorized, and every social media post examined for subtle cues. The thought of pairing him with Brock Purdy and Joe Burrow raises questions about rotation policies, offensive philosophies, and the management of superstar egos. Could the Commanders realistically create a system that allows each quarterback to shine while maintaining harmony and team cohesion? Insider chatter suggests that the front office is exploring unconventional arrangements, including staggered starting opportunities, specialized situational packages, and creative incentive structures designed to maximize performance without sacrificing morale. The ripple effect extends beyond the team, affecting the Dolphins, the quarterback market, and even fan perceptions of team strategy. Speculation has reached a fever pitch, with pundits and fans alike imagining the countless permutations of gameplay, lineup decisions, and tactical adjustments that could follow if Washington succeeds in assembling this rumored trio of quarterbacks. Joe Burrow's potential move to Washington is perhaps the most sensational of all, and it's fueling conversations about competitive balance and audacious strategy across the league. Burrow, a proven star with a reputation for poise, accuracy, and leadership, would instantly elevate Washington's profile, creating a quarterback situation that would dominate headlines and redefine expectations. Rumors suggest that Washington is prepared to engage in complex negotiations, potentially involving multi-year contracts, player exchanges, and creative cap solutions to accommodate Burrow alongside Purdy and Tua. Analysts speculate about how offensive schemes could evolve to leverage Burrow's strengths, imagining rotations that could confuse defenses and create unprecedented flexibility on game day. Fans are envisioning dramatic moments where each quarterback has a defined role, yet the competition remains fierce, driving intensity in practice and performance. The NFL, traditionally cautious with unconventional strategies, may find itself forced to react to a team daring to challenge norms, leaving rival jams scrambling to adapt. The discussion extends into locker room dynamics, team culture, and the psychological implications of managing multiple elite quarterbacks simultaneously, all of which are topics of fevered speculation. Every rumor feeds into a narrative of risk, reward, and audacity that captivates the imagination of football fans worldwide.